Hello, dear students. Today I will give you an idea how to write a speech. Speech writing is a very important writing skill in CBSE 11th and 12th. Speech writing is done with a purpose. I will just read out what is a speech. Speech is delivered by a speaker for an audience with following purpose: to convey one's thoughts or opinion, to share information, or to spread awareness. A speech may have either of these or all of these. A good speech must have clarity of opinion. The facts which are taken in a speech must be accurate, and a view which is taken about the issue must be unbiased. While writing a speech, following points must be taken in account. First of all, identify the purpose. That is, seeing the topic given to you to write a speech, you must know that whether it is to convey a thought or opinion, or it is simply to share information about a topic, or the speech is to be written to spread awareness. The next step is to follow the coder. Coder, as you know, is a combination of CODER. C stands for collecting thoughts and views and facts. O is ordering them, putting the ideas, views in an order. D is drafting these ordered views and thoughts. E stands for editing, and R stands for rewriting. And the next point, while writing the speech, that we have to keep in mind is to express ideas logically and coherently. Logically means it has to have some logic. If you have included an idea, a thought in your speech, and your speech must be coherent. Now, what is coherent? Means all that you are going to take in your speech must be correlated. The sentences must be in connection to each other. It shouldn't appear to be only a jumbled a grouping or the collection of sentences. So coherence is very, very important. Now, what makes a speech good or impressive is the use of attention grabbers. This makes a lot of difference to a speech. What are these attention grabbers? Rhetorical questions, quotes, metaphors, use of slogans, examples, data, incidents. This gives life to a speech. I will take them one by one. The first one is rhetorical questions. Now, what is a rhetorical question? Rhetorical question is that which is actually a statement used or presented in a form of a question to bring variety in speech. For example, if I say, who doesn't know Mahatma Gandhi? Now, this is not a question that is asked to seek an answer to. It wants to convey that everybody knows Mahatma Gandhi. So, such rhetorical questions. Then you may use quotes of great thinkers, writers, great men, but they should be very much related to the topic. Use of metaphors, use of related slogans like cleanliness is next to godliness. Such proverbs, idioms can be used as slogans. Some examples can be taken from the real life. The use of data, facts are very important, but again, you should be very sure about the accuracy of the data being used. Some incidents are also important and they can be reported in the speech. For example, you can take an incident which is being reported in a newspaper or things like that. The language used in a speech is interactive. Audience must be connected to the speaker, and for that we use several phrases like what we generally use in conversation. For example, if you're delivering a speech, you can come up with the phrases like you all will agree with me, or you can say, you may use, don't you agree with me? Dear friends, I know that you will agree with me. These kinds of words and phrases are used to show the interaction. Avoid repetition. Using the same points in different forms, using the different language is a big no for a speech. The ideas presented should be in accordance to the main idea taken, but there should be a variety. Use relevant vocabulary. Now, what is meant by relevant vocabulary is that there are certain, for example, if you are going to write a speech on deforestation, then you have to use the relevant vocabulary like certain words like afforestation or things like sustainable development. So use these words. They make a very important impact and these make your speech very impressive. Next is the use of modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are a very important part of the speech because we use these words to show our assurance or to take up the responsibility. These auxiliaries are like the words like should, must, ought to, need not to. These words are a very important part of a speech. Then a speech is usually written in present tense. It can be written in simple present or present continuous. Of course, at the places where you will come up with certain examples, incidents, you may use past tense. Maybe at the concluding part of the speech, it might be that you have to use some future tense also, but generally it is simple present, and present continuous tense. Now we have already seen that speech has to be interactive, so we will use the personal pronouns. Personal pronouns like I, you, and we. And when we say that audience and speakers come together, generally we use the pronoun we. Use proper punctuation marks. That is important for any kind of composition for that matter. The use of question mark at the place where you are putting up the rhetorical question. At the time of greeting, exclamation mark. The quotation mark. For quotations you will use inverted commas. Then you will use semicolons where you have an extended statement or idea about something. Another one is the use of language. The language used in a speech has to be emotive. Now, what is emotive? You have to generate certain kind of emotion in your speech. Why? Because a speaker's purpose is to persuade the audience, the listeners. Now, this can be done by various ways. There are certain devices like ethos, pathos, and logos. Don't go into it too much. Just to explain, I am telling you. Ethos appeals to ethics, means you will convince somebody through your authority or credibility. For example, as a student, I know how important time management is. Here, you are bringing out the credibility of importance of time management through your own experience, through ethics. Next is the use of pathos, which brings out the feelings. If we do not wake up now, human race will die. This creates a feeling of pity or anger or a fear of loss or something that can be used, or we use logos also, which appeals to the logic through reasoning, facts, figures, and data. Like history describes how women have been treated from time immemorial. That can be a part of a speech on women empowerment or on the condition of the woman in the society. People who do yoga live a healthy and happy life. This is also logically proven. So, these kinds of sentences have to be the part of the speech to make that impact. Now, I come to the format of the speech. First of all, a heading based on the topic given. Then comes the opening, para 2, para 3, and concluding para 4. Now, opening can be of two types. First type is you may begin with an attention grabber. That can be an example, a slogan, an incident, or a rhetoric question, followed by greeting the audience, and then introduction of topic and speaker. Another way is you can start directly by greeting the audience, followed by introduction of topic and the introduction of the speaker. Para 2 will describe the existing situation of the main idea of the topic given, and then its importance, its impacts, with inclusion of interactive phrases. This you will better understand better when I will give you the example. Then description of facts or data are also the part of this paragraph. Third para, the further dealing of main idea, how to get a desirable change, measures to be taken, responsibility, action. Also, the personal view of the speaker comes here, review of the main idea, and then give a concise and precise final thought on the topic. Concluding para 4 is an appeal or a warning related to the main idea. Better is to end the speech on a positive note with a brighter, better change or impact, and end the speech with a greeting. Generally, it is thank you. Now, I will give you an example of a speech, a very simple speech. It's not that it's exactly correct speech. What counts in a speech is your creativeness, your knowledge about the current affairs, and how much you have control over your language, the vocabulary you know. So just an overview I am giving through this example. As Mukul or Mahima write a speech in about 150 to 200 words to be delivered in school assembly, highlighting the importance of yoga in a student's life. Now, what is important is that it's not a speech only on importance of yoga or what is yoga. It is the importance of yoga in a student's life. So it is specified, and we have to keep this in our mind all through the way. Now I will explain you. I begin it with an attention grabber. A healthy mind lives in a healthy body. This is a saying. Who doesn't know this age-old maxim? A rhetoric question. And for students, it is of utmost importance to maintain a healthy body. Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Mahima, and I am here to share my views. Or, as in this case, I am here to tell you the importance of yoga in a student's life. Now, here I have put the attention grabber first, followed by the greetings or the opening remark. You may put it here, followed by the introduction of what is on the topic. That is totally on you. One thing more, as we have taken it to be a speech to be delivered in a morning assembly, so we come with good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends, because it is a part of the school. When nothing is like that, you may say warm, or you may write warm greetings to the esteemed audience. If the good morning is not there, morning assembly is not there, the speech is not for the school, then for the different set of audience, then you can make the changes according to that. Now I come to the second para now. Yoga is a way of keeping body and mind healthy. We all know yoga is an ancient science which is being practiced present tense and present continuous tense in India from time immemorial. It is not only a way of exercising the body but also brings mental stability, peace, and calm. And these all make it very important for students. So, description and its impact in the present. Many researches and studies prove that regular practicing of yoga under an expert supervision increases concentration power, grasping power, and ability of quick response. And my dear friends, you all are aware of the importance of all these in a student's life. Here, my dear friends, is to show that interaction. Moreover, yoga keeps away all negativities like anxiety, laziness, or depression, and it makes a student active, alert, and agile. Yoga catalyzes holistic development of a student. Dear friends, yoga is for sure immensely important in a student's life. We must make it a part of our daily routine and draw maximum benefits out of it. This is the final conclusion. Here it comes as an appeal. There is no threat, no warning, but as an appeal because it's based on this topic. And also, some betterment is described to get maximum benefits out of it. And the speech ends with a greeting again. Thank you. This is a very, very basic speech. It may not have so many ornamentations and something. I just did this so that you can understand how to basically write a speech. I hope it will help you to understand and enhance your writing skills. Thank you very much.